Does you want to come back here?
Yeah, door says
Okay.
it's locked.
Oh, you can. Let's see. I can
Okay,
lock it from you.
cool.
Oh,
Got it.
there you go. Perfect.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, so I just want to talk.
Yeah, 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 yeah. You can come here.
Um, oh, you have a spider.
Oh,
There you go.
fuck
Um,
spiders. I just got off the
okay.
phone with Fixer too, so
Oh, okay. How was that?
it was good. I think it went smoothly.
Okay.
We discussed the difference between business and gang shit,
Hmm.
and kind of had a little talk about that. So I imagine that might be what you want to talk about.
Somewhat. So here are the two. Okay, so I'll just tell you my timeline of events real quick. That
Mm-hmm.
way, it's all open and out there. Okay, so I was with Jay when you called, and you said that he wasn't allowed to perform,
Yeah.
and then you'd call back a little bit later after Jay said you might want to tell him, and you said he could perform.
Yes.
And then we met up with Fixer to go change, and that's when Fixer said, well, he wasn't gonna be there and he wasn't gonna perform, or he was gonna be there but he
Mm-hmm.
wasn't gonna perform. Whatever happened there. And then from what I see is that he goes and he performs. Okay, great. I know he told me that he asked. Great. So then after, as soon as he gets off, and I do hear him shout out Ballas, completely understand that side of what you had told me. So he runs off, and I watch the people chase him. Okay, I try to figure out where he went. I couldn't find him. I eventually go around the other side, and he's basically almost dead on the floor. Right? They can't get
Yeah.
vitals, all that good stuff. So then, when we're on the way to the hospital, you call Block and you tell
Mm-hmm.
him the story about the Ballas thing.
Yeah.
The longer story about whatever happened there. Some
Mm-hmm.
about he did something, he wanted to pay them to extend a war, whatever.
Yeah.
Some about position, all that good stuff. Okay. Now I don't know anything about that. I've already told him if he did do that, that's extremely messed up, and he shouldn't have done that. It's bad for him too. So I want you to understand, I'm not taking any of the blame away from what he did.
Yeah, I get that.
However, then when you call me, you tell me it's because he shouted out Ballas.
Yeah.
Which that part I don't really understand. So I want to give
Well,
you the opportunity to explain and tell me what the actual reason is that he got jumped.
well, it's because he shouted out Ballas and he went through the whole chain of events of trying to get them to extend a war with us.
Hmm.
So we already know that he's been talking to them.
Of
He
course.
does a disrespectful thing by shouting out to Ballas outside of his song, and
Right.
knowing that that was going to stir shit, and then runs off the stage. Now, what happened after that? I told them to do their thing, but I didn't know what their thing
Hmm.
was.
So
I
this is the
figured
way
they.
that I see this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this may not be how it is, but to me it looks like he was set up.
No,
That's
he
how I
wasn't.
feel about it, and it feels so icky to me.
Yeah, I get that, but no, he wasn't set up at all. I give you my word on that. And like I just talked to him.
Hmm.
Look, I ain't one to. Look. If he was set up, I'll fucking say it straight up. There's no
Hmm.
reason to lie about it. Like, and I told him I was like, you want to. I was like, you know how the streets are. You want to
Hmm.
call out a rival game that we're beefing with. We try to when we're trying to do like a big Southside thing and have everybody be in peace and harmony for a little while. Like if you want to
Right.
do that, you're gonna have to reap what you sow. It
Right.
wasn't
And
anything
that is
related
understandable.
to MDMR. It wasn't anything set up. He made the
Right.
call that he was gonna, do the disrespectful things to the Ballas, or
Hmm.
towards us with the Ballas shout out, and it is what it is.
Hmm.
They acted according to what they thought, but I had
Of
no part
course.
in that.
My side of that though comes in after that. If y'all would have done that anywhere else, hey, whatever. He deserved it at that point. I've told him that as well. I would not. I'm like even on this, I'm not backing him. This is just the way I see this. This is an event where MDMR is supposed to be sponsoring it.
Hmm.
This is an event where it's your gang and they act out. Now, no, they're not acting out as in like in a bad way because yeah, he did deserve it, but like we're talking about keeping gang shit and business like out of the building and separate and all that, but an artist that performs at your event at your block party then gets attacked, and I know there are reasons for it, but it's the way that it looks. It
Hmm.
just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I
And
get that.
like I don't know, it to me it's really icky. It feels really icky. I had a whole I had to go drive right into his
Thank you so much
car,
for the
and like
follows.
I want to make sure that I'm not the only one seeing it this way, and I don't think I am. Like,
Yeah,
cause he
I
was
get
there
that.
for it too, which is why I bring him up. But like, and that's on him to discuss. He might not say anything. It's whatever. It's just I feel very icky about it. I don't like it. It's not a good look. I don't know. I just don't like it. I feel icky.
Well, look, if he was set up, I would tell you straight up he was set up. But if
Hmm.
that's not the case, I'm not gonna mix up setting up somebody for gang shit at an event that I'm trying to bring peace to the South Side. You know, we're trying to get stuff going on the South Side. We're trying to get good vibes, and he disrupted those
Mhm.
by making a shout out to Ballas and making it feel like there was some animosity there. So
Right. Which I get that.
for all they knew that we were being set up. You know, for all we knew, he was working with Ballas, and he made a shout out to have Ballas start attacking us. You know, we
Mhm.
don't know that. But I will say this, and I give you my word on that, just like I would everybody else, I will be addressing it as
Mhm.
far as business goes, and it has nothing to do with me from a gang perspective. Like, I'll take
Okay.
care of it from business perspective. I would have never allowed anything like that to go to an event that my name's on. But I mean,
Right.
he wants to, you know, play, you know, uh, the devil between two gangs. I mean, that's on him, and that's
Yeah.
something that he has to deal with. And I talked to him. We cool. Well, I say cool,
Yeah.
but like he understands that it was, you know, gang shit and not related to MDMR. And I
Yeah,
will
and
be
he told me
addressing it
not to
from
be mad at you
MDMR.
20 times, you know? Like he's not at all trying to act like you're the bad guy or anything like that.
Yeah.
My emotions are strictly on me for what I saw and how it
Hmm.
played out in front of me. I'll tell you right
Look,
now, I've been to 50 events. I've never seen an artist injured ever in my life. I've seen
yeah.
some artists do some dumb shit. I've never
Look,
seen one injured.
I say this: we put so much more, like so much money, so much time into this event. We wanted it to be a
Mhm.
success. Fixer is not nearly not, like he's an important dude. Don't take this the wrong way, but he is not important enough to the fact that we would have planned to set him up at this event. Like
Right.
there was no planning to set him up. If we
I
were
don't
gonna
feel like
set
there was
him
a
up for
plan. I feel like it
anything,
was just a moment of opportunity.
yeah, no, like it was consequences of his actions of
Hmm.
doing a Balla shout out after all of that shit happened with the Ballas. So, as far as my understanding, now I just found out exactly what happened. Like
Right.
with him, I guess he got knocked out.
He
I
got
think he said,
beat to almost death with brass knuckles. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I'm glad he survived it,
And your
and
member
I
was
will be
crying on the
talking.
floor about how he hit him with brass knuckles. It was kind of funny. I can't lie. It was an interesting moment.
Yeah, he probably didn't mean to rough him up that badly, to be
Yeah, we be getting
honest.
emotional what happens.
Yeah.
Um, there's some other stuff I want to talk to you about, but I know I'll get cut off. It's not too important. It's the Rob thing that happened the other day.
Mhm.
I feel like we need to clear that up because what's his name? Raiden came and kind of talked about it, but said there were
Yeah,
two stories. I don't really feel like there could possibly be two stories unless
it's. I
what
was
I said
told.
got flipped.
It might have. What I was told is that I forced him out of the studio to change.
I never said the word forced.
Okay.
And I'll tell
Well,
you
then we
exactly
cool.
what I said. I said that Rob asked you directly if it was too much yellow. And you said your exact words, which I remember, were, I was just about to say that. Yes, it is. And y'all answered that. We continued on with the conversation. It was like wrapped up at the end, like, because there's like 3 to 5 minutes more of conversation. It was wrapped up at the
Yeah.
end. And then he was like, well, I'm going to go change. He clocked out. He changed. He came back. Now, when he came back, I don't think you heard it because I don't think you were there, but he said, oh man, I'm upset because I really like that outfit. My
Oh no,
thing
I didn't
is,
hear him.
if something like that happens, like the way I see it, is it upsets me because it shouldn't matter in the building. Now, if it happens outside the building, that is what it is. I get it. I personally, the whole conversation started with Harlow because I didn't know that Vagos legitimately had a color. I've seen that before, but it's been a long time. I know about like
Yeah.
taking a flag and stuff like that. I've never seen somebody take a whole color.
Oh
So
yeah,
to
it's a thing
me,
that I
that's
had
like,
to learn when I moved here too.
yeah, uncharted territory for me. And that's how that conversation got started. It wasn't me like trying to throw you under the bus. I will tell you straight up, I don't like that in a business. If I come in here in a yellow bikini and I get told that it's too much yellow,
Oh no,
I'm
no,
done with the
no.
label. And that's what I told Harlow. Because to me,
Hmm.
that's not label business, that's gang business.
No,
If
I
you want
can
to tell
give
me
two
that, tell me
shits
that
if he wears
outside.
it in here. But if if he asked me
Right.
if he's wearing too much yellow, period.
Yeah, yeah,
He
yeah.
didn't say, "Am I wearing too much yellow in here?" I didn't say that he needs to go change it
Right.
right away. I'm giving him word of advice from the streets perspective. Yes, it's too much yellow.
No, and
And
I agree with
if
that.
somebody
So,
came up to me and said, "Hey, am I wearing too much red or too much purple?" I would say the same damn thing. Yeah, probably
right.
so.
For
Because those are the colors that you just don't wear a lot of. Like you can wear it, but you expect to be called out. Oh, I think it's Storm.